Hello friends, in today's video, join me for a day of getting all the things done. We start out with a grocery haul for my family of 6, then sorting, washing, and folding some laundry. We clean my kitchen, we meal prep meat, veggies, and fruit for the week. Then we end the video with me trying my hand at making some homemade chicken stock. So pop my video on your TV, tablet, or phone and clean along with me, or sit back and relax with your favorite drink and stockpile this cleaning motivation for future use. Hope you enjoy. Don't forget to like my video, comment below, subscribe to my channel, and click that bell notification for more inspiring motivational videos. Let's be friends on Instagram too. You can find me at Home with Elizabeth. All right, friends, this is actually a Monday. After Easter, I'm doing this grocery haul. We did grocery shop on Saturday, but we just bought Easter stuff and like breakfast stuff, like the dairy, like the milk, the eggs, and stuff like that. This was basically snacks and to fill in what's on my menu this week. So this week, tonight we're having leftovers. We had tons of burgers on Saturday and ham and turkey breast yesterday on Easter, so we have tons of leftovers. Tuesday is spaghetti and garlic bread. Wednesday is creamy smothered chicken. Thursday is taco stroganoff. It's actually a leftover meal from last week that I didn't use because it's that time of year that Aldi's has their mac and cheese pizzas and my kids love them. So I ended up buying them last week and we had those instead of our taco stroganoff. And then Friday is pizza, because we have an away lacrosse game, so it'll just be the twins home and my husband. And friends, I like to do, when I do my menu, this is what I like to do. I like to put like our activities, and I also like to put the temperature, especially during this time of the year and the fall time, because it can fluctuate from 80 to 67 to 50. Just kind of like to have an idea. All right, so here's what I got. I went to Aldi's and I went to Walmart, and this is what I spent. So Saturday we spent $147 at Aldi's, and then today I spent $122. All right, so I spent $60.41 at Walmart, and 3 things you're not going to see I spent are a pair of shorts and then 2 shirts for myself. I don't like the shirts though, so they're going back. All right, here's our pizzas for Friday. As I just said, it's the time of year that Aldi's has their macaroni and cheese pizzas. The kids love them. I need some peppers, some cauliflower, some strawberries, Texas toast to go with our spaghetti night. The boys love pizza rolls. Now this was an unplanned purchase. They had meat on sale, so 50% off. And 50% off. So I got them for roughly a little over $7 each. Oh, this one was a 90/10, so it was a little over $8. We needed milk already. Parmesan cheese and cheddar cheese for my smothered chicken. The boys needed spicy cheese for their sandwiches. I needed all 3 baggies. Quart bags, freezer quart bags in gallon size, protein bars, applesauce, jalapeno Cheez-Its, granola bars. We have protein oatmeal, but they needed their fruit and cream oatmeal. I got them some Fig Newtons. They love these pub pretzels. Like Triscuits, I got rosemary and olive oil this time. Splenda. They were out of their large. We usually buy the giant pack of toilet paper. They were out of it, so I grabbed this 4-roll just in case, because I'm not quite sure what we have in the closet. So better safe than sorry. It's out of white sugar. I'm almost out of baking powder. Of course, bagels, white bread. All right, that's everything from Aldi's. And now from Walmart, this is my favorite pasta ever. It's ratatouille. I can never find it, so when I do see it on the shelf, I grab it. Our spaghetti and ragu. The boys needed salami and sandwich pepperoni for sandwiches. I always grab 1 or 2 of these day old, out of time rotisserie chickens to, lately the boys have just been taking them out of the fridge and eating them. But if I can get to them before they do, I do take them off the bone and throw them in the freezer. I needed Dawn Platinum refill out of our kitchen garbage bags. I told you guys that my grass bunny from Dollar Tree, Matt got a hold of its ear and its foot, so this was 50% off. So I got it, I think it was like $2.50 to replace him. And then May 4th, my youngest daughter graduates with her Bachelor's of Science in Marine Biology. Oh, I already got her main present, but Walmart just put out all their graduation stuff. So, of course, marine biology, so I gotta get the little crabby for her present topper. And then I thought this was cute for her keys. Class of 2025. That was $2. This was $5. All right, so that's everything, friends. And the reason why I'm not going to use this meat this week, I'm putting it in the freezer. But the reason why there's no other meat for the chicken dinner and the spaghetti and the taco is I already have meat in the freezer from like a week or 2 ago that, I buy the big 2-pound package. If I only need 1 pound, I throw it in the freezer. Same with the chicken. So I'm actually going to rotate it out. I'll put this ground beef and that chicken in the freezer, and I'll pull out chicken from last week or the week before to use for meals this week. I did buy blueberries. Why do I say that wrong all the time? I did buy blueberries on Saturday. We just didn't use them. I actually bought strawberries on Saturday too, but I used them for strawberry shortcake. This is actually one we picked up on Saturday. The boys haven't gotten to it, so I will also debone it today too. Good morning, friends. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, my name's Elizabeth. I'm a 51-year-old wife and stay-at-home mom to 7 adult/teenage children. I have 2 girls aged 26 and 23, 3 boys aged 20, 17, and 15, and I have 2 bonus boys who are 16-year-old twins. They're my nephews that I got custody of a few years ago. On my channel, you'll find lots of cleaning motivation, cleaning inspiration. You'll find a little bit of organization and decluttering, and even some decorating inspiration. But what you're going to find lots and lots of is real life. I like to keep it very real here on my channel and share my perfectly imperfect life with you all. I strive to help others not feel so alone in this world and to help them realize that the best way to live their life is as their most perfectly imperfect self also. If this sounds like content that you would enjoy watching, make sure you subscribe to my channel because I'd love to have you join my community. Alright friends, this was filmed on a Monday, the Monday after Easter. My kids were home from school. We had the Monday after Easter off. So I was able to get up in the morning and get out of the house to get my grocery shopping done. As I explained during my grocery haul, my husband and I did grocery shop on our normal Saturday, but we only bought like our Easter food stuff. We shopped on a Friday. We bought for like Saturday and Sunday. And as I said, we bought the dairy type stuff that we use all week long. Milk, butter, eggs, orange juice, stuff like that. So I only really had to make a menu and pick up the stuff for that. So that's what's kind of was happening there in the beginning of the video. And of course, even though the kids are home, the show must go on. So Monday morning is my middle son's laundry day. So I'm going to get his stuff sorted, and we're going to get it in the washer and the dryer, and we're going to get it all done for him. I do have some odds and ends of clothes that need folded that I do get to. Doing our normal, regular Monday stuff, just trying to get all the things done while I have 4 teenage boys in the house. So friends, I am sitting down in my oldest son's bedroom trying to do this voiceover for you guys on a Sunday morning. The house is quiet. Everyone is, still sleeping. I am whooped because I worked on my youngest son's room the last 3 days, and it was quite tiring trying to get it done with everyday life. But I'm happy to say his room is done, and it will be my video on Thursday. It turned out being a little bit more expensive than my oldest son's, but that's okay, friends. That stuff like that happens. But I'm excited to share it with you guys. My oldest son's room has kind of blown up. I think it's one of my most looked at videos so far. It's had really good receptions. Alright, these were the odds and ends I was telling you about that I had in my jar that I just needed folded. They're boy clothes, and I find that if I leave them, they get lost, so I usually do just fold these and then call them down to pick them up so they can put them away. Alright, so I finally got a kid up to do their morning dishwasher, so I am going to get all of these dishes that they have dirtied already today into the dishwasher so we can get it started and keep this kitchen kind of clean, because it is hard to keep clean on the days they're home from school. It's like they think the kitchen is open 24/7 and they don't have meal times, so we're just going to get it started, and then we're going to get our sinks cleaned out and our counters wiped down. Alright, I don't know if you really saw in that clip, it was a little bit fast, but my sink was filthy. So we're going to get these pots and pans washed. I have like a casserole dish lid to wash, and then we're going to get my sinks scrubbed out. Nothing fancy. I just used my Scrub Mommy sponge that I used to do my dishes that still has some soap in it. We're not trying to be perfect here, friends. We're just trying to get all the gook out of the sink and the stuff that's stuck on the side. And I'm just using my Mrs. Meyer's mint flavor all-purpose cleaner to clean around these sinks and then get my countertops wiped off. we're getting the first load out of the washer, getting it into the dryer, and then we're going to put that second load in the washer, and I'm gonna get some of his clothes hung up that need hung up on my drying rack. So as I said in my grocery haul, we hit the mother load with 50% off meat today. And actually this few days before this, when we grocery shopped on Saturday, they had burgers that were 50% off. And I think we bought like 12 packages of those. So Mama is stocking up her freezer, and you have to in today's times because groceries are so daggone expensive. So we are going to get all of these split in half. So these are usually about 2 1/4 pounds, 2 1/3 pounds most of the time. I just split them right down the middle. It doesn't matter to me if it's a little over a pound. With my boys, I mean, they're gonna eat it anyways. So we're gonna split these right down in half, and we're gonna get them in these bags that I've written the date on and what they are. Some of them are the 85-15, and then I did get one that was 90-10, and we're gonna get them straight down in the freezer. Now we're going to get to the fruit and veggies that I bought prepped. I like it. I mean, the kids will do it themselves, like if I don't do it, but I like to do it for myself because then I just grab them and throw them in my cottage cheese and we're good to go. So what I do is I just put them in a bowl of ice cold water, and I sprinkle some baking soda on them and some white vinegar. It just helps kind of clean them. It's like a very natural way to clean them, and I don't let them soak too long. I want to say I set my timer for about 4 or 5 minutes to let them soak, and then while they're soaking, I'm going to break up this cauliflower. Now I will tell you, I'm going to show you here in a second. I will tell you I don't put the vinegar in my cauliflower. It turns it a weird color. I don't know why, but I do use the baking soda, which is just as good to clean it and stuff like that. But yeah, I do not put vinegar in with my cauliflower. See, I'll show you that I just put the baking soda. And I just let them sit and soak and clean as I work through my other fruits and veggies. And these are my containers I use. The small ones right there are from TJ Maxx, and those 2 strainers actually go in there. But just the way it worked this week with vegetables and fruits, I actually just took the strainers out of them because I like the strainers for the berries, and I put them in the big one, and then I just used the small ones for my peppers and cauliflower. And you see there, I did do baking soda and some white vinegar for my peppers. And so after the berries soak, I put them in my strainer, I rinse them really well, shake them as dry as I can, and then I lay them on that tea towel so that they can soak up even more of the water. The best way to keep your fruit from getting like moldy or mushy is you make sure it's really dry before you stick it in your fridge. And then I just drained the cauliflower and the peppers and rinsed them real good. And as you see back there on the left, I'm still letting them drain as I'm doing these berries. Cauliflower holds water, man, so much. So we're just getting the green part, cut off the berries and put in one strainer. And then I'm going to put my blueberries in another strainer. And of course, yes, I gave the pups some blueberries because I told you before, they love their blueberries. Oh, I never mentioned where that big container is from. It's from Aldi's. I found it. One time Aldi's had some food storage things and I found it at Aldi's. And you're going to see here shortly after I do the cauliflower and start the peppers, my battery died and I didn't know it, so you're going to miss me cutting one of these peppers. So I'm just breaking this cauliflower up into little smaller bits just so it's manageable, so I can grab a handful, throw it in a bowl and get myself some dip. See right there, kind of my battery died and I didn't realize it. I'd already cut my orange pepper and started to cut my yellow pepper. And same with my peppers, I just slice them up and throw them in this container, and that way I can open the fridge, grab a handful and have a snack. I just put paper towels in the bottom of whatever containers I use for my vegetables, and they stay really well like that. They don't really seem to need like the strainer part. All right, so I have my 3 baggies pre-labeled with the date and what type of rotisserie chicken this is, because there was 2 original and 1 lemon pepper. And I'm just going to get them all off the bone and we're going to get them in the bag. Just wanted to show that someone had already gotten into this. My guess would be it was a teenage boy. As I mentioned in the beginning, the boys have been, actually my husband also, they've been into just pulling the chicken out and eating it right off the carcass. So I only show myself doing one of these rotisserie chicken because if you've seen one, you've seen them all. But I am going to pop on and show you that they were about a pound each I got off of each of these rotisserie chicken. And so that's a dinner for us. Not a dinner of just meat as the main dish, but like in a casserole, in a soup. That's what I use this stuff for. All right, friends, I got a little over a pound from each of those rotisserie chickens. So 2 traditional, 1 lemon pepper. And I'm gonna try my hand at making broth. I watched a YouTube video the other day where she was like, it was like a budget video, and she bought the leg quarters, but she used that to make broth. I'm gonna try it, friends. I don't know if I'll know how it turns out or how it tastes by the time I upload this video, but I will definitely report back in a future video how it turns out. So these were $2.50, $2.50, and $2.74. So a pound of chicken for $2.50. And if I get a couple cups of broth, that's like awesome. I also have the end of a bag of carrots. There's like 5 small carrots in here. And I always freeze my celery. Like I don't ever use a whole bag of celery, so I always freeze it. I'm gonna go ahead and chop these up and add it to it and then add water. So I ended up getting 12 cups of broth. And friends, it wasn't like a chicken stock, like kind of watery. It was like a thick bone broth. Like it was so good. And we did use it. I made a recipe. It's coming up in a video. It was called smothered chicken. And it took 2.5 cups of my chicken stock, and it was so good. Now I will tell you, I did not add any salt to my stock when I made it. And of course I didn't use a lot of salt when I cooked, so I did need to add some salt after I cooked it. But it was amazing. I'm gonna look it up when I go to add my voiceovers. I'm gonna tell you how much I saved on making my own chicken stock. All right, we are getting this dishwasher unloaded and getting these dishes put away. Sometimes I do that, like if I need to cook in the kitchen and like no one's home to do their chore, or I just feel like doing it myself. I do that for the boys every once in a while, just to be a nice mom. Here is my thing. It's going to start to boil. See the little bubble? And I did end up letting it simmer for about 4.5 to 5 hours. And it was so good, friends. So good. I will probably do that again. So I just grabbed my dishwasher filter out and I'm just giving it a quick rinse. My dishwasher was smelling a little funky. I just did that real quick, and now we're gonna load it. And then actually, when the boys unload this small load here, I do run a tablet through to clean the dishwasher, because like I said, it was smelling funky. All right, we're at a boil. I'm gonna get the lid. And I have this simmer select button on my stove. Our house smelled amazing. My husband came home from work and he's like, what smells so good? All right, we have about a minute left, and I am going to fold these white clothes of my husband's that I had to get out of the dryer. But don't check out just yet, because I do give you a sneak peek of a few of the things I got for my youngest son's room. So it'll give you a little bit of a sneak peek of what's coming on Thursday. But I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for watching my videos, for commenting on my videos. I really appreciate it. If I could ask you a favor, could you go ahead and give me a thumbs up? It just lets YouTube know that you like this video, and it will suggest other type of videos like this for you, and it will suggest this video to other YouTubers who may not know that I do this type of content and they like it. If you feel like leaving me a comment, go ahead. If you haven't subscribed, why the heck not? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and then that bell notification so you never miss another one of my videos. Bye. All right, friends. Sneak peek for my son's room. My youngest son's room. This is that jersey material that Walmart sells the sheets as. It's called jersey, but it feels like a t-shirt. I'm so excited to put this on his bed. I gotta cover my address, but the 6 cube organizer from Walmart. for his room.